Howdy, it's Jim Morado, and this is the middle of December, about a week or two before Christmas, 2024. We're in Franklin, Tennessee, going over the Harpeth River here, and I just thought I would put a little video together. It's gonna be under 15 minutes long, and this is us driving around Franklin, mostly around downtown. It's gonna be during the day, also at night, and it's a no budget video with me and my crappy camera. If you think you'd enjoy this, stick around with me. We'll talk a little bit. Driving by Landmark Books, love that place. Supposedly haunted, has Civil War connections. There's a little article about the owners. I've talked to them a few times. Karen Kingsbury, Christian author, was inspired by them and used them as characters in one of their books. That was on they made it into a movie that was on the Hallmark Channel several years ago. Very cool bookstore, by the way. This is the kind of bookstore that I always take some extra cash with me to, because they've got a great selection, and they do have some affordable books, but they've also got some really cool collectible books, and I always find something really nice here. And it's as a book collector, it is the kind of store that I look forward to stopping at when I'm in town, and I always want to tip my hat to those guys. And driving on down the road a little bit, and Franklin, of course, Civil War battle happened here, and there's several homes that are well preserved, and you can do home tours where they tell you about what happened at those homes during the Civil War. I've toured all of them at some point, and I have enjoyed them. I probably would like to tour them again in the near future. Franklin became kind of the poster child for towns that kind of lost track of their Civil War history but kind of reclaimed it later. And I know, especially with the American Battlefield Trust and their local organizations, they've sort of reclaimed a lot of their Civil War history, and they've torn down buildings on battlefields and things like that to kind of get things back to where they were. Very admirable of Franklin. This is their main square area. They've got a Christmas tree right next to their Confederate monument. They've really decorated this up nice. Check out those lights. I was talking to a local, and by the way, my video does not do it justice. This was very pretty, very surreal even, standing here. It felt very much like Christmas. It felt like Christmas in 3D. And there's another little monument they've got there, and then some Nutcracker statues up there. And, of course, throughout town there are historic markers near several buildings. Good look at their Christmas tree. I'm not going to go too much into the history of the town with this video. We were here on this trip just to kind of relax and to hang out. Franklin is a great town for shopping. This was a wonderful town for finishing up some of our Christmas shopping too, by the way. Very nice candy stores, coffee shops, distilleries, lots of clothing stores, lots of nice places to find unique gifts for people back home. I wanted to mention Stable Reserve Distillery, or Stable Reserve. They kind of had their bourbony liquor stuff going on. I bought some nice cream for a buddy for Christmas. Very friendly staff there, and they're housed in an old stable. So I thought that was kind of cool, and it's right off the main square here. Lots and lots of great little businesses through here, by the way. And some of this will be a little repetitive. We're going to go back and forth through the square, but it is a pretty square, so I don't mind showing it frequently. We did complete the coffee trail. The visitor center has several, quote, trails you can complete while you're in town. And the coffee one, there's over 20 coffee shops in this area, which is just kind of crazy to me, and awesome too. If you go to 5 of them and you check in, you get a prize that they'll give you at the visitor center. We completed that trail, and they give you a cute little kind of a reusable plastic cup that has the trail logo on it. So I thought that was pretty cool. And several coffee shops through here that I like a lot. I am a Frothy Monkey fan. Frothy Monkey is a big chain. I believe it's exclusive to Tennessee. I've been to Frothy Monkey in Chattanooga, Nashville, Franklin. The one in Franklin, it's very nice. It's in a cozy old house kind of setting, and they have good food too. And I'm just big on Frothy Monkey. Of course, they have Starbucks in town too. Yeah, there's the Frothy Monkey. There's the main kind of front area of Frothy Monkey. And we've been a big fan of Frothy Monkey for a long time. They also have a Fainting Goat coffee in town now. I've been to the one in Spring Hill when doing some Civil War tour stuff, but they now have one in Franklin. I was glad to see that. Very cool old theater. I've never been in that theater. I probably should make a point to try to see a show there at some point. It looks pretty cool. And check out all these shopping kind of shops with their windows decorated, all the lights. Very Main Street USA. Kind of a nice retro feel too. And of course we're at the roundabout again, looking at that gorgeous Christmas tree done up very nicely. And again, especially with the Civil War history, Franklin's the kind of town you can really sink your teeth into if you like reading about history, especially the Civil War. There are several books written about Franklin, and it's a town really it's really fun reading up on Franklin. I know there was a period several years ago after a visit, I kind of went down that rabbit hole and got kind of obsessed with reading about Franklin. Several Civil War homes. I mentioned there's the Carton Plantation and the Carter House, the Lots House, Ripavilla's Close. Lots of homes you can go tour, and there's even, I think there's a ticket that you can buy where you can go tour all of those houses. And they all have nice gift shops and people that care about the history, and they'll tell you all about the Civil War and the homes there. Several walk-in tours you can do through here too. I have not done one of those, not with an actual guide. I need to. And we saw a dog a moment ago. Again, this town is very dog friendly. We saw a lot of people walking their dogs, even at our hotel. I believe the hotel allowed dogs. And we stayed at the Harpeth Hotel, a very nice hotel, very centrally located, right in the middle of everything. They got trolleys. I did not use the trolley. If you know much about the trolleys, let me know. I'd like to know more about them. Lots of antique shops through here too. I've had a couple of really nice finds at some of them. And I have always heard that a lot of the country stars and some celebrities live in Franklin. I don't know a ton about that. I've always heard that the Starbucks in Franklin is where you want to go if you want a celebrity watch. And I don't know if I've actually ever been to that Starbucks. Again, there's the Frothy Monkey and other good coffee shops in town. But I do remember on one of our early trips to Franklin at the visitor center, they had some pictures up of just some young ladies on the street who had bumped into Taylor Swift, and they had their picture taken with her. And that was many, many years ago. But yeah, I've always heard that celebrities live here, and I can't name any of them. I don't know any of them, but yeah, and there's that Starbucks. So I guess if you're coming to Franklin and you want to catch celebrities, I've heard that's the place to go to. And Franklin, of course, is not, 20-25 miles from Nashville. I don't even think of this as Nashville's bonus round. This is a very cool place to go to in its own right. When I was younger, we used to go to Nashville and see concerts quite a bit. I do miss those days, but yeah, Nashville is just a massive city at this point. I still love it, But I would definitely pick going to a Franklin, Tennessee over going to a Nashville at this point. I still get to Nashville, yeah, once a year or so, but it is, yeah, it was a big, massive city back then, and it is just becoming even more big and more massive. And I do know friends that have lived there in the past, and rent got to them, and they had to leave. And these kids were they were playing music, they were busking, and I did not pick up any of their audio. Honestly, I didn't really hear them. I don't know if they were good or not, but I think they were doing it to raise money for a charity, which was very sweet of them. And as you can see, just a lot of businesses, a lot of houses, a lot of places through here have done their they've put their Christmas lights up, and it just kind of makes for a really nice area to drive through. And Franklin is definitely one of those towns that when we can find an excuse to get to Franklin, we sure like to. And after this trip, we were both in agreement that we have not gotten to Franklin nearly enough as we would like to. So we need to make a point to get back down here. And this might become a bit of a Christmas tradition too. It is a very nice city when it comes to Christmas. It's a nice city anyway. We did go to the Franktown Festival of Lights. Looks like they raise money for charity, and they've done a really nice light show in Franklin. It was maybe 10 miles away from downtown. I'll put up a separate video of that. That was something to see. It was $30 a car, but it was a really well done light show. I did not mind paying that. Oh, and another town that I love that it's maybe half an hour from Franklin is Columbia, Tennessee. It's down the road a bit. We did not get to visit there on this trip, but that's another cute little town with some Civil War history that we try to make it to. Anyway, yeah, I just thought I'd put up a quick video driving around Franklin around Christmas time, mostly at night, I guess. Have you been to Franklin? Let me know what you like. If you're from Franklin, let me know what I miss. What do most tourists neglect when they visit your city? I'd love to hear from you. Thanks.